Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's Keshwani, Keshwani. I have been solving math problems out of this book here, the GMAT review, the official guide. If you do not own this book already, purchase one immediately. You will find it at mba.com. The problem that I'm about to solve is the one that you will find on page number 179, problem solving number 197. While you're watching this clip, right after you finish watching this clip, I would like you to go back and watch these two clips. That's why I have their tags here. Just type in GMAT-P for page number, page 174, problem solving, dash, and then PS 166. Watch that one, and also watch 179. GMAT-P 176, page number 176, dash, problem solving 179. Watch all three of them back to back, and you will get more out of it. You will get the idea of what Venn diagram is about. Because Venn diagram is a very useful tool, and the concept that the questions that they're giving in the exam, they're very simple questions. They're not very complicated Venn diagrams. You can do it without the Venn diagram as well. So I'm going to show you here. I'm going to do a couple of problems here for practice before I do this problem here, before I do problem 197. Let's take a look at it quickly. Here I'm told that in a school, 45% of the people play piano, 60% play 45% play violin, 40% play piano, and then I'm told 30% play neither. I'm told that 30% of the students play neither, and the remaining people, I'm told, play either piano or violin. So if you add, so since 30% play neither, that tells me that the remaining people has to be 70%. The remaining cannot be more than 70 because 30% play neither. Rest of them, I'm told, play some instrument, one or the other, violin or the piano. That tells me that has to add up to 70. But when you add up these two numbers, 45 and 60, that comes out to be 105. This cannot be more than 170. So if I subtract 70 from it, that tells me that 35% of the students in this class play both instruments, violin and piano. That's how we figure out. If the question was asking you in the GMAT, what percentage of the students in this school play both instruments, the answer is 35%. How do we find it? From here. 30% we are told play neither, that means 70% play one or the other. You add them two up, it's 105, subtract 70 from it, that tells me this is double counting. If you want to show it in the Venn diagram, you will show it like this. I don't want to end up taking too much time because I have to save the time to actually do the problem. So you start out with 45 and 60, and then we are told 30% play neither. So if this is 30, this has to be 70. As I told you before, 60 plus 45 is 105. You subtract 70 from it and you end up with 35. That tells me that these people are being double counted. They go here, 35. If 35 goes here, this 45 has to change to 10. That tells me that 10% of the people in the school play just the violin. This 60 has to subtract 35 from it, it becomes 25. That tells me 25% of the people play only piano. So the question could be phrased in any way you want. And 35% of people play both. So that's one scenario. Let me look at the clock again. I'm almost 4 minutes into it. Let me do one more problem very quickly. This problem is very similar to one of these two problems. I don't remember, but it's very similar to here. Here, the total number of applicants is 300. And we are told that 70 of them have neither the experience nor the degree. 70 people have neither the experience nor degree, which tells me that the remaining applicants are 230. But when I add up these two, 200 people have experience, 80 people have degrees. When I add up these two, that comes out to be 280. That means that 50 people are being double counted. That tells me that 50 people have both degrees and experience. And again, if you want to show it in Venn diagram, it would be let me do it here, so I have room. Here is my experience, here is my degree. 70 people have neither, so I'm going to put them outside. The remaining has to be 230. The remaining has to be 230 because altogether there are 300. And since I add up these two up, I get 280, which means 50 people are being double counted. I'm going to put 50 in the common area. But before I do that, let me put 200 here. 200 people have experience, 80 people have degrees. But then I know that 50 of them are double counted because they have both. So I goes here, this comes down to 30 and this comes down to 150. And that's all it is. Let's take a look at this problem. It says 75% of people in the class answered the first question correctly. Alright, so I'm going to make a note here. So I'm actually solving the problem now. This problem number 197. I'm solving it here. (75% of the class answered first question correctly. Alright, that's 75%. First question correctly. Then I'm told 55% of the answer second question correctly. 55% of the answer second question correctly. And then I'm told 20% answered neither of the question correctly. 20% answered neither. See, if 20% of the people answered neither, I don't like my marker and my handwriting. If 20% of the people answered neither, that tells me 80% of the people answered one or both question correctly. But when you add them up here, 5 plus 5 is 0, carry 1, 8 plus 5 is 13. That's 130. It should be 80. It should be 80 because 20% answered neither, which means 80% answered either one of the questions correctly or both of them. That is, instead of being 80, this is 130. That tells me that 50% of people answered both question 1 and 2 correctly. So Venn diagram would be like this. That's it, we are done. 50% of the answer. So it's 130 minus 80, which is 50. And that's probably what they're asking. How many of the people answered correctly? Both of the question. What percentage answered both correctly? There you go, 50%. The answer is D. Answer is D. That's it. Before I do the Venn diagram, I just wanted to see how much time I have. So let's do the Venn diagram now. So here's my first question, here's my second question, and 20% answered neither. So I'm going to put 20 outside here. So these has to add up to 80. But to start out with, I have 75 here, 55 here. When I add up 75 and 55, they add up to 180. That tells me 50 of them are counted twice. So that 50% are the common area. So this goes, 50 goes here. This 75 is to turn to 25 because 25 plus 50 is going to give me people who answered first question correctly. Because if they answered both of the questions correctly, which is 50%, then obviously that 75 includes those 50. So I have to reduce the 75 to 50. So this 25 plus 50 gives me 75 for the first. Same thing here. This 55 becomes 5. And that's it. We are done. I hope you found it helpful. If you wish to buy my DVDs where I show you the solutions to all the math problems, or if you wish to hire me for personal private tutoring, where I have a luxury of taking my time and explaining to you as much as that is required, instead of having to run to camera every 2 seconds to see if I'm running out of time or not. In either case, if you wish to hire me for personal private tutoring, or if you wish to get hold of my DVDs, in either case, go to my website at www.prep.gmat.com and send me an email. Alright? Thank you. I hope you found this helpful. I was always paranoid of running out of time and having to retape the whole thing. I hate that. Anyway, thank you.